Hey guys, it's Daniel, and this is my review of episode 17 of Power Rangers Dino SuperCharge, Worgworld. This episode starts out on the evil ship, where Poisandra confronts Snide about their deal. If you don't remember, the deal was if Poisandra was able to break Heckle out of his cell, he would tell Poisandra a huge secret. And that actually ends up happening, however, we don't actually hear what that secret is. After this quick little conversation, Snide continues to look for Heckle to make sure that his promise to Lord Arcanon is completed, but it turns out Heckle's nowhere to be found on the ship and he's escaped. The Amber Beach Dinosaur Museum is now advertising a brand new attraction, an audio-animatronic caveman named Worg. Coda is very excited about this and is very confident that this new exhibit will be successful. However, Worg suffers through a couple glitches in the beginning, like throwing a spear towards a museum guest when he's put in his attack mode. Kendall quickly orders Coda to put Worg back into storage, as he proves to be a very dangerous new addition to the museum. Instead of putting him in storage, Coda tries to find a way to make Worg useful at the museum. Coda actually got Worg to help him out in the kitchen, and of course something goes wrong, and Worg starts throwing tomatoes at multiple different visitors at the cafe. Kendall quickly walks in and tells Coda to turn the robot off once again. Outside the museum, two cloaked monsters appear and begin to play music through a trumpet. This causes multiple people outside the museum to turn into mind-controlled zombies. Before they arrived, Tyler and Shelby were promoting the new Worg exhibit, and Riley came outside to repair the broken Worg cutout. As one of the monsters begin to play the mind-controlling trumpet, Tyler and Shelby are the first two Rangers to become mind-controlled zombies. Riley was safe because he covered his ears, but he quickly uncovered them and got mind-controlled as well. Over at the kitchen at the Dino Bite Cafe, Coda's with a now turned-off Worg, apologizing to him because Coda feels like he let Worg down because he couldn't find a way to make him useful. Mind-controlled zombies quickly enter. Coda runs out of the kitchen to the front of the Dino Bite Cafe, where he meets with Chase, who has headphones on. Once Chase takes his headphones off, he turns into a mind-controlled zombie as well. Coda was saved from the mind control because he was wearing a headset that controlled Worg the robot. Coda quickly makes his way outside, where he meets up with the zombified Tyler, Shelby, Riley, and now a mind-controlled Ivan. Coda, now realizing if a person's ears are covered they won't be affected by the music, begins to take the Rangers' hands and putting them over their ears to protect them from the noise. The first Ranger to get themselves out of this whole zombie haze is Chase, who then helps Coda knock out the trumpet out of one of the monster's hands. Once all the other Rangers snap out of it, they morph and begin to attack the monsters, who quickly call Vivix for backup. During this quick battle, the Rangers are distracted as they're throwing the trumpet back and forth, and of course it eventually goes back into the monster's hand. After this battle, the monsters escape with the trumpet, and the Rangers are left completely frustrated. Over at the evil ship, we see Conductro, as well as his partner Screech, kneeling before Lord Arcanon, who then suggested that the monsters play their music all over Amber Beach. This way all of the citizens are mind-controlled zombies, and the Rangers have no choice but to fight them. Eventually all the Rangers gather at the underground base, where they come up with the idea to duplicate the headset that Coda was wearing to control Worg, as it protects from the frequency that came out of the monster's trumpet. At night, we see Coda put Worg back into a storage box, and before he closes the box, he ends up having a little bit of a conversation with the turned-off Worg. Coda feels like he failed him, that he couldn't find any place for him to fit in the museum. Coda tells Worg that he could relate to him as he's made plenty of mistakes while adapting to modern-day society. I find it quite sad that Coda really doesn't have anybody to talk to about his caveman days, but in the end I would have hoped that Coda understood that it was a robot and I can't respond or sympathize with him. The next day, Lord Arcanon's plan takes full effect, as a lot of the citizens in Amber Beach are mind-controlled by the music. Kendall's alerted of this, however all the headsets are not done. So Tyler devises a plan where the core 5 Rangers go out and confront the monsters, while Ivan and Zenowing stick around until their headsets are finished. The core 5 Rangers quickly find a horde of zombies. They quickly hide as they don't want to get their attention. They don't know what to do, and they don't know where the music is coming from. They can't seem to create a plan to snap the zombies out of it without harming them or attacking the source, which they still haven't found yet. Coda quickly goes to the side of the alleyway, where he realizes he still has the Worg headphones on. He quickly calls Worg out of storage, who then breaks out of the box that he's in, Hulk style, and runs towards the Rangers to come save them. Coda's plan ends up working, and Worg completely distracts the zombies by running away from them, which leaves the Rangers with a clear path to go and look for where the sound is coming from. The Rangers end up finding a source, which looks like a monster-fied record player. Tyler and Shelby attempt to destroy the record player, but are quickly blocked off by the two two monsters. The other Rangers show up and attempt to destroy the record player, but their Dino-Spec attack is completely blocked off by the two monsters. Eventually Xenowing shows up and destroys the record player with his prism attack. Just when they think they're finished and just need to destroy the two monsters, Lord Arcanon ends up showing up. Lord Arcanon is fed up with all the failures and ends up using the Dark Energem's power to transform. The only thing that ends up transforming about him physically is his face. It becomes greener and uglier. The Rangers attempt to defeat Lord Arcanon, but of course they fail. Lord Arcanon then calls the Magna Beam and grows. Even though Arcanon proves to be incredibly difficult after the Rangers call their Ultrazord out, the Rangers eventually use their last attack, which is a Plasma Blast that ends up defeating Lord Arcanon, making him shrink to his normal size and no longer having that new ugly face of his. And here's where things get a little bit interesting. When Arcanon shrunk to his normal size, he dropped his book where the Dark Energem is located in. Before he could retrieve it, a mysterious foot steps upon it, and it's revealed that Sledge is back. Lord Arcanon is of course shocked, and Sledge quickly steals back the Dark Energem, puts it in his blaster, and threatens to attack him. Lord Arcanon says that idea isn't very smart, and he brings out his entourage of the two monsters and Singe. Just when Lord Arcanon thinks he has an edge over Sledge, Sledge brings out Poisandra, Fury, Curio, and Snide, and quickly destroys Lord Arcanon's entire entourage, including himself. If that's not badass, I don't know what is. The episode ends in a bit of a weird way. Turns out Coda did find a purpose for Worg as a fitness instructor for a caveman dance thing that the other Rangers attended in full caveman garb. They have a laugh, and the episode ends there. Worgworld is a very different episode. I felt like it did do a good job of showing Coda's innocence with interacting with Worg, as well as how nice of a person Coda is. That being said, I do find it quite unrealistic how he basically believed that Worg was alive. It just shows how naive he still is, even though he's been living in this time period for such a long time. We got some huge plot points on the villain side of this episode between Lord Arcanon being destroyed, Singe being destroyed, two big characters on the villain side. I thought it was kind of like a badass moment to see Sledge come back and be the one responsible for destroying Lord Arcanon. I don't like how the demise of Lord Arcanon and sort of like his last hurrah with the Rangers was sort of rushed at the end. Instead of the Rangers trying to figure out maybe how to destroy Lord Arcanon, we get the episode focused on the weird robot. This episode also showed Heckle escaping the ship and sort of showing how he's changing. I really enjoyed the villain moments, especially towards the end where we saw the Rangers face off against the two singing monsters. Worg sort of redeeming his usefulness towards the end of the episode where he ran away and chased the other people was a really funny moment. Overall, I guess I'd give this episode a 2 out of 5. I feel like if I gave it a 3 out of 5, it would be too generous because it was just sort of like a weird episode, and not weird in a good way. It was like a last-minute idea for a filler episode. The rating may seem a bit harsh, but I feel like they should have focused this episode on Lord Arcanon's final battle, and not so much on the whole bizarre Worg story. But overall, it was entertaining and at times funny. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you want to see more Dino Charge, please click the subscribe button. I'd really appreciate that as well. Also, as always, you guys could follow me on social media at blackandblue572 on Instagram and Twitter. Thank you guys so much for watching. Bye!